an act to repeal the Nigerian Meteorological Agency Establishment Act 2003 and enact the Nigerian Meteorological Agency Act to provide for the regulation of meteorology and related matters. Mr. President, this is one agency that is very important to the aviation industry. It has to do with being able to predict the weather and advise pilots accordingly. But, Mr. President, the importance of this agency globally today goes beyond the aviation industry. This agency is important in the sense that not only the aviation industry, in fact, Mr. President, even in the marine industry sector, weather conditions and being able to predict the weather accurately is very important. What this bill seeks to do, Mr. President, is to further improve upon, repeal and amend certain sections of this bill. Let me just say by way of information, Mr. President, that the issue of meteorology actually started in Nigeria over 100 years ago, somewhere in today Bayelsa State. When the white men came, they had a stand where they were reading our weathers. Today, Mr. President, when people have functions, they need to know what the weather could be on the day they are scheduling for their programs. So this agency will be in position, when amended, to be able to release information to individuals, and by way of extension, they will be able to generate revenue. They intend to be able to allow individuals to buy into them by way of having an app so that you can know the weather condition of your community in case you want to travel, in case you have a function coming. This is important. But I think I must call emphasize, Mr. President, that this bill seeks to expand the operation of NIMET, Nigerian Meteorological Agency, to be able to employ more people so that they can spread better by having more stations across the length and breadth of our nation. These stations will be manned by people, and there's going to be an increase in their workforce. By so doing, Mr. President, this agency will be recruiting more this year. They will have need to have more staff, and they're going to operate, have a network of operations. But I think more importantly is the fact that this is equally in accordance with World Meteorological Organization standards. This bill is working towards the international requirement of this sector of the aviation. But like I said, Mr. President, it goes beyond aviation now. So if this bill is passed, Mr. President, NIMET will be in position to expand its operation, employ more people, and accelerate socio-economic development of our nation. But I think more importantly, the aviation industry globally will be more comfortable with Nigeria, that we now have a fully well-established meteorological agency. I therefore urge my colleague, Mr. President, that this bill should be passed. I so submit, Mr. President.
Distinguished colleagues, the Senate in the Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Aviation on the Nigerian Meteorological Agency Act 2003, Repeal and Enactment Bill 2022, and approved as follows. Long title as recommended, clauses as recommended, clause 1 to 45 as recommended, interpretation as recommended, short title as recommended, schedule as recommended, explanatory memorandum as recommended. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, I rise.
A bill for an act to repeal the Nigerian Meteorological Agency Establishment (ETC) Act 2003 and enact the Nigerian Meteorological Agency Act to provide for the regulation of meteorology and for related matters 2022 third reading taken, and the bill is passed. Secretariat, the spelling, is it? Okay. Leader of the Senate.